Hey guys, I finally made it to the protest at Queen's Park. I'm gonna just, somebody's speaking right now. This gentleman worked for a construction company.
And they paid all our 7 weeks wages, which was fantastic of them. But 7 weeks later, we came back and we had new COVID policies. Now this included things like contact tracing, and we had physical distancing procedures and things like that. And I was fine with all of that. And then people started wearing masks around, which is fine because that's their choice. But it came to a point where I was cornered by my supervisor, or by my boss, actually, the president of the company, and they cornered me and they said that I had to wear a mask, that there was no choice in the matter anymore, that it was the law.
What the
Now I
fuck?
said to them, "Where's this law? Show me the law."
He works for a construction
and guess
company.
what? They couldn't show me the law because there is no law saying that we have to wear masks.
That's right.
It's garbage. Absolute garbage. Yeah. So basically, I refused to wear the mask, and in that, they decided to make an example of me and fire me. 15 years I worked for these people. I worked so hard. And just to be treated like that, I didn't deserve it. I don't deserve to be threatened with my job. Nobody does. We all have the right to liberty here.
That's right.
And we should use it.
That's right.
So I used my time, and I quit my job. Well, I was fired, really. And now I'm doing everything I can to fight back, and I'm here with you wonderful people, and we're making it happen. And it's all about these kids, because it's their future we're fighting for, not just ours.
That's right.
Children's mental health.
Right.
And socialization is essential.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, guys.
Look at this wonderful, beautiful little daughters over here with their signs. I love little activists. You guys are my favorite kind of people. Look at these little activists. Big round of applause.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm going to have Ella. Where's Ella at? Ella. We have a beautiful young little singer in the crowd who would like to come up here and sing y'all a little song. And after Ella comes up, I'm going to have Kieran take the stage. Ella, are you still? Oh, come on up here, sweetheart. Ellie, sorry, Ellie, my apologies. Ellie. Everybody, a big warm welcome for Ellie.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. I wish I could have gotten here a little earlier, but hey, better late than never. Hello.
I'm Ellie, and I'm here today because there's a global issue going on. I'm not talking about COVID-19. I'm talking about our rights being taken away, and I will not stand for that.
She's a kid. She's a kid.
I'd like to
Look
sing a
at that.
song to represent why we're all here, because we will not go speechless.
That's right.
Here comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under. Swallowing sand left with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in thunder. But I won't cry, I won't start to crumble. Whenever they try to shut me or cut me down, I won't be silenced. You can keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless.
Wow.
'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me.
Wow.
'Cause I know that I won't go speechless. Written in stone, every rule, every word, centuries old and unbending. Stay in your place that is seen and not heard. Well, now that story's ending. 'Cause I cannot start to crumble. So come on, try to shut me and cut me down. I won't be silent. unspoken, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless.
Wow.
Try to lock me in this cage, I won't just lay me down and die. I will take these broken wings and watch me burn across the sky. Hear the echo saying I won't be silenced. So you wanna see me tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. Speechless, 'cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. All I know is I won't go speechless. Speechless.
Wow!
That was fantastic.
Incredible.
Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful
Wow.
voice, sweetheart.
Wow.
And absolutely necessary. And
Wow.
it is about speech.
Wow.
And our speech does matter. It absolutely does matter. Just 1 second there. There we go. So now I would like to invite Kieran up. So this young man, he just impresses me so very, very much. And I think he's going to have a very strong future in leadership.
Thank you. Another round of applause for Ellie. That was a wonderful song. And I know it takes a lot of bravery to come up here in front of all you wonderful people and present anything. So last week was my first time doing any public speaking. And
No way.
I was encouraged by a conversation I had with Mike, who spoke 2 weeks ago, to give my own speech. I think it's important. So I didn't prepare anything to say this week. So I'm just going to speak about what I've been thinking about recently, which is purpose. And specifically positive and negative purpose. And by negative, I don't mean bad, I just mean avoiding. So negative is you avoid, positive is you go towards. So some of you might know the golden rule, which is do unto others as you'd have do unto you. And the silver rule, which you may not know, is do not do unto others as you would not have done to yourself.
That's right.
And so I don't know how everybody wants to be treated, but I definitely know, based on myself, how I don't want to be treated. And I cannot treat people like that.
Yeah.
But then there's positive and negative purpose, right? Purpose to avoid and purpose to go towards. So I have some negative purpose. I will not get vaccinated.
That's right.
Right?
That's
But that
right.
doesn't give me somewhere to go in life. That just tells me what to avoid.
That's right.
And I think a lot of the problem for people who are afraid of the virus is that they're locked in their houses. They've lost all of their positive purpose. They have negative purpose. Don't go outside. Don't see their friends. Don't do anything cool, interesting, fun. But they have no positive purpose anymore. And I think what all of us here need is positive purpose for building community. Building community, which is why we're all here, to meet each other, to network, to be with like-minded people. Positive purpose in, making a brighter future. And I think that needs to involve decentralization. We become responsible for each other. We have our own local communities. We become self-sufficient. I don't live off-grid, so I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I do think it's important that we try to move in that direction as much as we can.
Yeah. Woo.
And that's tough for me to say because I'm a computer science major, so my work is online. But it's been a big change that I've had to deal with myself for how to move in that direction. And I'm sure most of us probably don't want to be Amish. If we can avoid that, that would be best. And so if one person wants to move off-grid, they're going to be living in the middle of the woods in a shack. If 10 people move off-grid, they can have a small community.
Right.
If 1,000 people live off-grid, we can have exactly what we have now. And if we all decide to not comply,
That's right.
and to
That's
not do
the main
things we
thing.
know to be wrong, and to not support the psychopaths in office, then everything would change immediately. We must resist. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kieran. That's Kieran, everybody. One big round of applause for Kieran. I'm going to get McGill to come on up here. We are getting close to a time limit, but after McGill, I want Maddie up here. And after Maddie, we're going to have Lamont come up and get you all prepared for that march. Big warm welcome from McGill, everyone.
So I come a bit prepared now. We'll go back. So have you guys seen the movie Idiocracy?
No.
Yeah, it's a comedy, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Some people say it's like a documentary, right? Not so funny that joke anymore, right?
Wow.
So
Movie called Idiocracy.
we're being programmed and molded to accept a planned utopian future with two social classes:
Dystopian.
the slaves and the masters. Now, some people have realized this before, and we were called conspiracy theorists. But now you can see this unfolding right in front of your eyes. We have been dumbed down, divided, poisoned, killed, and enslaved into a belief system that convinced us we have the freedom of choice in our modern society. We are free to choose a political, corporate candidate to represent us in government. In this current political system, the politicians really represent
There's a nurse here, guys. Look
us,
at
don't really represent us.
that. She knows what's in the
And
vaccines.
their campaign funds come from big corporations. Can we really make a difference in our country by voting?
Hey, Michael.
Can we really make a difference in our country by voting each election cycle? If voting really mattered, if voting really made a difference, it would be illegal. There was one topic that really opened my eyes to reality: the pharmaceutical industry, especially the very lucrative business of cancer treatment. Doctors are educated to think that by removing a tumor, it's a treatment, like chemotherapy. After removing the tumors, and they think that they're helping the patients. Tumors are a symptom of an unhealthy body, and they are not the cause. If you don't heal the body, you don't treat the cancer. The reason why doctors cannot say your cancer is gone, sir, you are healed, is because cancer is a symptom, and it will always come back most of the times if the cause is not treated.
That's right.
They say you are in remission instead. You're not healed, you're in remission, and you'll continue in remission for the rest of your life. If you don't treat the cause of the problem
There's a chopper
and
flying
instead
above.
focus on the symptoms, the problem remains. Unfortunately, this does not happen just with cancer treatments. This is a general problem of modern medicine. Healthcare focuses on symptoms, not causes, because that's where the money is. Why focus on health if you can medicate your customer for their lifetime?
Oh, yeah.
Medicine should be completely detached from influence of the profit-hungry pharmaceutical industry. But we don't have that. We have a similar problem with government and politicians. Big corporations and organizations have the strongest influence in government. If people want a healthy government, we need to be able to control government, not government having control over us. If we remove a tumor, we can remove the same way. We can remove a tumor. We can remove a politician from government, but we're not solving a problem, are we? What is the cause of corruption in government? If we don't heal the body, we'll never get rid of this cancer. If we don't change how this country works, your children, the children of your children, will be fighting this forever. Right now, this country is a corporation.
Wow.
Corporations have owners. Corporations have employees. Let's take ownership of this country. Let's create a constitution written by the people, for the people, not for profit of international organizations and oligarchs. Unifythepeople.ca has been working on this.
Awesome.
They've written constitutions for every province, and you can participate also in the writing of the constitution for Ontario.
Amazing.
You can also take action. You have a say, and you should be participating.
Unifythepeople.ca, guys. Woo!
Thank you so much, Miguel. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
We're going to have a new speaker come up right now. His name is Kyle.
I love that.
Awesome.
We're
And
hearing some
after Kyle, we're going to
new
have Maddie,
voices.
and then we're going to get ready for that march. Are you all up for a march or what? All right, here are Kyle. Big warm welcome.
Woo!
Thank you. So
We are at the End the Lockdown protest in Toronto, everyone.
75 years ago,
If you
our
just-
forefathers saw to the end of an authoritarian regime that took control of all of Europe. We liberated it, and we brought in a new era of prosperity, freedom, and liberty. But today, we're under attack by those same kind of forces.
Yeah.
Authoritarianism is everywhere,
Yep.
and it's in the media. It's creeping into the mainstream. We get slandered. Pardon? Yeah, sorry, it's there. Yeah. So, us, the forces of liberty,
Yep.
we want freedom.
Yeah.
We're fighting an uphill battle. The media's against us, the government's against us, and the corporations are against us. The far left, you know, they're out there. They're attacking what we hold dear here.
Sadly.
And the media has a double standard.
Oh.
What were they saying for weeks about us? They were saying we were dangerous.
That's right.
They were saying out here that we were going to hurt people, we were going to get people sick. Well, all of a sudden, those big protests over there start happening. What do they say? Oh, it's no big deal. So that shows a double standard. Either they are acknowledging
Hypocrisy.
that there was no reason to lock down and destroy our economy, or they do not care about the people. One of those two has to be true. Which one do you think it is?
They do not care.
Both. Exactly, both. So, instead, what do we see? Instead of having strong government, strong people, what do we see? We see our institutions. We see our prime minister bowing down before the mob.
Oh my God. Boo.
And this is a blatant acknowledgement
That's a
of what this has
disgrace.
become, which is fear tactics. He is the mob, exactly.
That's true. He is the
Now we hear calls to disband our brave police forces who are keeping everyone safe.
Again, part of the
And they're removing our
agenda.
ability to defend ourselves. You only need to look at Seattle right now to see what happens.
Oh my God.
Anarchy.
That's being
and thugs
allowed to
putting
happen.
Their,
That's
putting their
being
sick
allowed
form of
to
justice
happen.
with no accountability to the people.
That's being allowed to happen, guys.
These mobs, these people who are sowing discontent and division, as
letting
we've heard
that
before,
happen.
they use the same tactics as terrorists. All right, they are destroying our cultural monuments. They're defacing Churchill in Britain, Abraham Lincoln down in the United States.
Disgusting.
Oh, and they're trying to ban our shows, our movies, and they're trying to burn our books. That's what they're doing right now. Now, instead of the media, the mainstream, calling any of this out, what do we hear? We hear them explaining the same cultish mantras over and over and over again. They ignore them. They say, oh, there's no violence. There's none of this. Well, we can see it with our eyes. They've ignored us.
Get some
We know
candy.
what they're like. Now, I know things may seem a little on the back foot for us, but there is reason to have hope. We're the silent majority.
We are.
We are,
We
as
are.
we can see here. And the problem with the silent majority, though, is just that. They don't stand up till it's too late. And that's why we are here making a difference. This is a good start,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
We're out here,
You do
and
make
we're
a
making
difference.
a stand. We need to figure out how to organize ourselves. So we got to keep this going.
Yeah.
Because if we disperse this, if we do not be proactive next time, then we keep sliding. So, I suggest that we need to, this is a good start right here. And we need to come together, we need to
Fearless
talk, we
Ontario.
need to get to know each other. Exactly. We're out here defending our culture, we're out here defending our liberty.
Yeah.
And this is something that our forefathers paid in spades to get us.
Yeah.
And if we give that up, that'll all be for vain.
Lest we forget.
Exactly, lest we forget. Now, we need to continue what we're doing here.
So emotional
And
here, guys.
I think that we have a good thing here, what we're doing. We got a fire going, and if we keep it burning, if we keep standing up for what we believe in,
Yeah.
then no one can defeat us.
Yeah.
We may be fighting an uphill battle, but the greatest stories in history are when the little man stands up to the big man against all odds. David and Goliath, and that's us. So let's get out there. Let's show them we will not go quietly into the night, that we're going to stand up for our God-given rights, paid for by the generations before us, that we do not have to use violence and intimidation to do it. We're going to stand on our morals, We're going to stand for a just cause, and we will not compromise with those who are willing to take away everything that we hold dear. Most importantly, let's make our children proud to say that they did not kneel. Thank you.
right. Woo!
Let's go. Big round of applause. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up my favorite person right now to this microphone. I just love this young man. He is an advocate for those with mental afflictions, anxiety, and Maddie, I just love you so much. Everybody, this is Maddie.
Woo! Kelly is such a
Thank
sweetheart.
you so much. Your faith, your support, coming to this has actually saved my life. Hugs save lives. They are not just better than masks, they save lives. Connectivity is the foundation to actually healing from any mental health affliction, whether it be minor anxiety or the major stuff I suffer, like bipolar disorder, autism, all these types of things have become my gifts. I stand here representing every person too afraid and stricken down by their mental health because they are seen as invisible. It is an incredible oppression that we actually suffer, and so I have found the strength inside myself through my recovery to stand here as one voice on behalf of all of those too afraid to stand up. And this lockdown is killing us. Unemployment, 1% will double. Deaths of distress. I am calling everyone to do away with the term suicide. It actually perpetuates and teaches us to hurt ourselves. These are deaths by distress. We are in distress. We are not wanting to die. We want to live, and there is no solution for it. And we have been put down exponentially. If we take 15% unemployment with the best number I can come up out of 2017, there's lag in numbers. I'm serious. I'm getting to the bottom of this. And at 4,100 doubled, compounded, it's too much math. It's too many deaths. We're looking at millions per year if we don't solve this now. Millions per annum, not one shot. So I will be walking the streets 24/7. I am not going home, at least to the end of this month. And if at that point the collective organizers here feel that forward momentum does not happen, I will stay out indefinitely. I failed at a 3-day hunger strike because of the heat, the exercise of actually pushing and walking the grounds. And I am here back, recovered, to say, you know what? We are stronger. You can't put us down. I will adapt. I'm just going to eat. And that way I can stay and push this message. Come talk to me. I have days of things to talk about. Come share your stories. I am collecting them to be that voice. Come talk to me. Sign the back of the board if you are for hashtag mental health is visible. I'm trying to push this. I found it unused in October. Anything mental health, please help and use that hashtag. Help me build a foundation to house and home homeless and mental health.
Thank you.
That's Maddie, everybody. He is an emotional, beautiful young man. And that's what it's all about. We're supposed to be here for one another. This is Canada. Every single one of us is obligated in the exact same way to provide our children with a future of a better world than we were handed. That's our job, and that's what we unite under. This is not a partisan movement. This is not a race movement. This is not anything to do with politics. We don't care what you believe in, who you believe in, what your faith is, what color your skin is. None of that matters. What matters is the democracy that gives us the ability to be who we are as individuals and unite under democracy, one flag for our future, for our children. With that said, I'm going to have BK from InfoWars come up here for a quick second. He's got a small announcement to make, and then I'm going to ask Lamont to come on up.
Thank you, Miss Kelly.
Woo!
Hey, folks, BK from InfoWars.com. How y'all doing? Woo! Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, fellow Canadians, let's ask not what our country can do for us, but what we can do for our country. Now, this evening, around 4 to 6 p.m., a number of us are planning on going to Dundas Square to hand out flyers with the general public. We know people are reaching out to people on the side of the streets. People are loving to go marching. It's fantastic. And what my colleagues and I did a few years ago to beat swine flu is somebody set up a meetup so a bunch of us red pill folks could look at and talk to each other, other people who understand what's going on. We met for falafels and shawarmas, about 15, 20 of us. We had a great time getting along. Then we felt like acting. So we set up a meet and greet table at near Dundas Square, right outside the Eaton Center. Polite patriots, ignoring people, saying hi to people, passing on info to go, posters, flyers, or DVDs, or talking to people who want to talk to us politely. No nonsense, no taking out our frustrations. The only people that look crazy were people who were triggered. We didn't, everybody else didn't, and some people who were quickly left after getting embarrassed. And then we loaded up our backpacks with posters and flyers, and we flyered every mailbox, we postered every street, and we had a great time doing so. So what I want to say for people out there is across Canada, in cities and towns everywhere, this is a great way to red pill your town or city, so please consider it. And please consider today, 4 to 6 p.m. at Dundas Square, passing out flyers to our fellow Canadians, getting them from half knowledge to full knowledge. And once we're all informed and empowered, we'll help our leaders and our media and each other get a better future. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, BK. So just before I shut her down and we're going to let Lamont come up here and get you guys all prepped and ready for that march, I just want to once again advertise, I am the liaison for it, however, Fearless Ontario. I encourage everybody to please go to the website www.fearlessontario.ca. Sign up if you'd like to volunteer. I love this little guy. He's adorable. That's right. Go woo-woo. Yeah, woo-woo. He's so cute.
Thank you.
And like I said, hopefully the crowds will just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Thank you all so very much for your support. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do mean that. We're going to get this done, folks. We're going to get this done. We're going to make the changes where they need to be made right there in that house that belongs to us.
Yeah!
So big round of applause for everybody here. And thank you very much. Lamont.
Yeah, we are going to go, my love. I want to take some nice footage, Mira. You can help me. This is heavy for you, my love.
I don't care. I wasn't heavy when I did it.
I know, but I gotta put my water. I gotta put my water bottle in there, my love. I have to put my water bottle in there, my handsome.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all being out here, number one.
It looks like the Black
I just want to say
Lives
thank you
Matter
so much to Black
people.
Lives Matter to come over here and hang out with us. We're here to support you as much as you are for us. Thank you. Thank you for being here. My goodness.
Interesting.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to all the wonderful speakers out there. You guys have been amazing. We've been out here 8 times. 2 months, people, we've been out here. A celebration of freedom and rights. My name is Lamont. I'm one of the leaders of Celebration of Freedom and Rights on Facebook. I'm also one of the leaders of the of Free North Patriots, which is another group on Facebook. And I'm also a member of the Line Canada movement. And the Line Canada movement was quite frankly put together so that if mainstream media has a hard time, if something goes down, like on Facebook where we have all our groups and stuff, that we have a place where all the information is kept for our people. We always know when the protests and the marches are going to be, and the flyers are there for all the
Line
events,
Canada.
right? So what I totally recommend is that you go to the table right over here near the big tree where the water and the food is, and sign up, get one of these little flyers for the nomorelockdown.ca, and you'll have it right to the Line movement where you can put your information in, and we're there to support you.
Awesome.
So, you know what, Vlad, I just want to say thank you for saying the whole yes thing. Does everybody agree that this is awesome today? Yes or yes? And once again, Black Lives Matter, thank you for being here with us. Number one.
No problem.
Now, I want to also reassure people that, you know what, BLM or BK, Black Krishna, was just up here talking about the Great Canadian House Party. He's already done my job because we're going to go over there at 4 o'clock to help flyer Dundas Square to give people, the conventional people, a little bit of an idea of what kind of awesome people we have here with awesome messages, okay? Dundas Square, 4 o'clock, we'll be there. Also, I want to talk about Dufferin Grove this Saturday from 12 to 3. We're going to be having a drumming circle there. And you know what? I've been hearing this whole thing about a $3,000 fine for not wearing your mask in public and all that jazz from starting on Monday. So you know what? Thursday might be a little contentious. But what we're saying is this. Before that point, we will have some verbology. We'll have some things that we can say to the people to say, no,
You can give us a ticket if you want, but quite frankly, you can't prove anything to do with having a $3,000 fine. It's ridiculous.
That's
Okay,
ridiculous.
we're just going to drum.
They just
Drumming
want
at
to
Duffin Grove on
intimidate
Thursday from 12
people.
to 3.
Okay.
And the next thing I want to do is really just go through the parade march that we're going to have very soon here, as soon as we're done. It's going to be, once again, east on College to Church. We're going to go north on Church to Wellesley. And then we're going to go west on Wellesley, down to Yonge, south on Yonge, back across College, and then come back here and join all our wonderful folk. Yeah.
That's awesome, Alicia.
And what we're saying is this, maybe some people should hang out here just to hold headquarters for us to make sure all the BLM people have some awesome support too. And then we're going to go for a march and we're going to come back. So, who's with me for a march today? And we want to invite anybody else that wants to come along that hasn't been here too often. We're here to support you. Let's hit the streets, people.
Woo!